Now, the Deputy President's continued campaign against the annulled BBI has not gone down well with his boss, who has gone ahead to ask him to resign if he's not satisfied with the way the government is running. The President is accusing his deputy of speaking from both mouths. Reader Kering Chebet has more.
The strained relationship between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto that has caught the attention of the country continues to raise political heat less than a year to President's retirement. While some leaders allied to Deputy President continue to condemn the recent mistreatment the second-in-command is facing from state organs, religious leaders have called for a truce and reconciliation between the two top leaders.
I, for one, when it comes to security of any Kenyan, I don't compromise. And I equally don't support what government did. And if they were to change that security, they would have done it with the knowledge of our deputy president.
Let them do everything. Let them even push the deputy president out of the current home. We know that's what they want to do. But the deputy president is not desperate. He has another home. And we will go there. You will go there.
Now when you attack the Aslas nation, then the Aslas will take the responsibility of protection, which is not the best, because they are paying taxes to protect each and every person who is a leader in this country. So I want to call upon the government that please, can you be sober on this? We are not happy.
The Deputy President's continued campaign against the annulled BBI has not gone well with his boss, who went ahead to ask him to resign if he was not satisfied with the way the government was running. The President accused his deputy of speaking from both mouths. However, it is the BBI push that has sharpened a wedge between the two leaders, with the BBI Secretariat backing the move to take the ruling to the Supreme Court, a matter that lawyer Okumu Albert of Ukesa Advocates in Bungoma says is prudent.
This is Mr. Okumu Albert. I'm a lawyer in this town, Bungoma. There's a hitch in any agenda that you're promoting. The masses who do not see what happens besides or behind the curtains, okay? They never know what it is that these advisors go through to reach to any, conclusive kind of advice they give to the president. Well, whenever there's a failure, people always try to complain and try to bash.
Mr. Okumu, who spoke exclusively to Maisha Television, said that the president's advisors are not in error in sending the BBI matter to the highest court in the land.
But in essence, the advisors are equally equipped in legal matters. They understand the law. And you see, even if you look at people who are bashing the advisors of the president in terms of the legal concept they have brought to him, in terms of trying to spearhead issues of BBI, the advisors were right in the way they did their work.
The renowned lawyer reiterated that not all legal avenues for the constitution change bill have been exhausted, and matters are likely to take a different form in the Supreme Court, since the judges have different philosophies and interpretation of the law.
Our only is that our laws or our jurisprudence is growing. Whenever jurisprudence grows, we borrow so much from so many countries. And you see now, it is judge-oriented or centered issue, whereby judges are different, they have different philosophy, they have different understanding and interpretation of the law. But it doesn't mean that even the judge is the authority, is the final authority. No, he might also be challenged. That's why this matter came in the Court of Appeal. They still have an avenue at the Supreme Court. We haven't exhausted all avenues, the legal parameters and avenues towards this. So the advisors of the president are right in the context of which they advise the president.
Casting shadows on Deputy President's manner of operations under his hustler movement, Mr. Okumu sent salvos at the Deputy President's early campaign strategies that seem to undermine the president's development agenda.
So even if you look at people who are bashing the president was trying to speak about, though I will also blame him that as much as he's speaking about that, has he done anything about it as a person? Because speaking about saying that we are going to talk about cohesion, integration, but yourself, Okay, your own cronies and kinsmen are the one who are surrounding all appointments, be it in parastatals, be it in government offices, be it in all sectors of economy. They are the ones who are holding the grid. What are you trying to tell the Kenyans? But then we gave him a benefit of doubt for those who are the proponents or opponents of what? Of BBI, so that we can see what is his agenda. So the president had a right to speak about his agenda to the people. It was a popular initiative. Maybe the judges faulted it the way it was initiated, and that's why the issue of who are the promoters came about. But when you look at the judges, the way they were trying to come up with various differential argument, holding on the final verdict, you find that in one aspect they defended the president's action or the BBI secretariat action. In one action they drifted away from it. And every judge had his or her own holding on each and every aspect. Some of the aspects were unanimously held as being good or bad in law, and some were differential depending on the philosophy of each judge. So I think that's how it was.
As the clock ticks to the end of President Uhuru Kenyatta's era and the beginning era of a new president in 2022, pundits have posed a big question. Who will now bring sanity in the state leadership now and after the 2022 polls? For Maisha TV Weekend Prime, I'm Rida Chebet Kering.